Welcome to English Reading for Learning.
The Power of Friendship. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony met each other for the first time in Seneca Falls, New York. On this day in May 1851, the two women became friends. At this time in American history, women could not be doctors or lawyers. They could not vote. They could not speak at public meetings. These two women wanted to change this. Stanton and Anthony had little in common. They came from very different backgrounds, but they would form a strong friendship. Together, they would change the lives of women everywhere. Elizabeth Cady was born in 1815. Unlike most young women, she attended a girls' school and received a good education. She married Henry Stanton in 1840. Elizabeth and Henry sailed to London, England for their honeymoon. They planned to attend an important meeting where people were speaking against slavery. Elizabeth hoped to speak at the meeting with her husband. However, she was forced to sit silently during the discussions. Elizabeth was very angry. She felt women should be treated the same as men. Elizabeth spent the next few years being a wife and mother. Henry and Elizabeth had 7 children together, but Elizabeth dreamed of holding a women's rights convention in the United States. In July 1848, her dream came true. The convention was held in Seneca Falls, New York. Over 300 people attended. With the help of her friend Lucretia Mott, Elizabeth wrote the Declaration of Sentiments. It stated that women should have the same rights as men. It demanded that women be able to own property, go to school, and earn their own money. But Stanton had one more demand that surprised everyone. She wanted women to be given the right to vote. Women were expected to stay home and take care of the children. Would men really allow women to vote? Stanton was firm. She had already decided that it was time for women to have equal rights. This could not happen if women could not vote in elections. This was a turning point for the women's rights movement. Susan B. Anthony's life began quite differently. She was born in 1820 in Massachusetts. She had 7 brothers and sisters. Her father made sure that all of them received a good education. They were taught to speak their minds and fight for their beliefs. Anthony was a teacher for 10 years. She left teaching in 1849 to help women who were being hurt by their husbands. Unlike Stanton, Anthony did not get married or have children. Like Stanton, Anthony was frustrated by the way women were treated. Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Stanton became close friends soon after they met. They also became a strong team in the fight for equal rights for women. Stanton had 7 children to raise. She could not leave her home easily, but Anthony would not let Stanton give up. She became known as Aunt Susan to Stanton's children. While Anthony made dinner and cared for Stanton's children, Stanton wrote the speeches. Anthony would later read these speeches at conventions. Stanton and Anthony fought for women's rights all across the United States. In 1860, they helped women in New York State receive the right to own property. In 1861, they helped to pass the 13th Amendment to the Constitution, which freed African Americans from slavery. In the winter of 1872, Susan cast a ballot to vote for President of the United States. It was still illegal for women to vote, and Susan was arrested. For the next 20 years, Stanton and Anthony continued to speak and write about equal rights for women. Not only did they want women to be given the right to vote, but they also wanted women to be treated equally in all areas of life. Just before her 87th birthday, Stanton passed away. Anthony's health was failing too. In 1906, at age 86, Anthony gave her last speech. She died the next month. In 1920, 48 years after Susan B. Anthony was arrested for voting, the 19th Amendment was added to the Constitution. It finally gave women the right to vote. With a strong friendship, these two women devoted their lives toward a dream of equal rights for women in the United States.
Thanks for watching and listening. Please click like and subscribe for new and latest uploads.